Day two, ladies and gentlemen. This is day two of the 5-day challenge. Again, welcome. This is the Roast Toasters live 5-day challenge, and today is Transformation Tuesday, formerly known as Taco Tuesday. And today we're going to be talking about how leaders aren't born, they're built. And we're going to keep it short because today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest, a member of Roast Toasters Club that's going to be coming and sharing with us about her experience. But today, before we get there, again, we're going to invite you guys. As you can see, we're doing our 5-day challenge, and we want to invite you guys to come hang out with us. We're going to be at Rose City Comedy, located on Old Jacksonville Highway, right at the corner of Old Jacksonville and Dueling Oaks, across the street from Tejas, Brazil. It's just a few miles down past Fresh. You're going to be right there on your left-hand side. Come hang out with us. Again, Roast Toasters, the Toastmasters Club, and our tagline is where leaders are made. Build confidence, as you see down there, improve communication, develop leadership, achieve your goals, guys. This Friday is our leadership lunch and learn at Rose City Comedy. Come hang out with us, eat, laugh, have a good time, boys and girls. So come be our guest. And today, guys, what we're going to be talking about is just simply this. Most people think leaders are born with confidence. And the truth is, you ready? We're gonna debunk a myth. Most leaders started exactly where you are. That's right. Nervous, unsure, wondering if they were good enough. And so day two of Find Your Voice, Find Your Future challenge, that's what we're going to be talking about. Because what if I told you that the next leader in your company, your church, your community, or even your family just might be you? Yes, you watching right now live or on the replay. Here's the problem. Most people think leadership is something you're born with. And it's not. Today, we're going to talk about why that's a simple truth. And so we're going to thank you for joining us here on our day two of 5-day Find Your Voice, Find Your Future challenge. My name is Johnny Juan Ortiz, Roast Toasters president, and this is the East Texas place where leaders are made. And here's the thing. Before we get to our guest, one of the biggest myths in leadership is that great leaders are born. And the truth is they're not. Leaders are learned. Leadership is learned. It's developed. It's practiced one small step at a time. As I've said before, leaders aren't built in a day. They're built daily. And think about that for a second, because nobody wakes up in the morning and suddenly becomes a great speaker, a great orator. No, nobody becomes confident. Nobody becomes that overnight. I wish I could. I wish it could happen by osmosis, but it doesn't. It doesn't, guys. Here's the thing. It happens through repetition, right? Repetition leads to mastery. My coach always said repetition is the mother of learning. That makes action the father of it. Ultimately becomes the architect of accomplishment, and it happens through showing up. The leaders we admire today were willing to be beginners at one point. And I love the quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, "Every great speaker," you guessed it, was once a bad speaker. And that's why opportunities like Toastmasters are so valuable, not because we're trying to create perfect speakers. We're not. We're helping people become better communicators, better listeners, better leaders, better connectors, guys. And leadership starts long before someone gives you the title. Leadership starts when you decide to grow, and it starts when you volunteer, step up to the mic, so to speak. And here's the thing. It starts when you raise your hand, yes, even when you're nervous. And we're going to hear a little bit about that. So remember, guys, we have a special guest coming in, and I can't wait to share with you her story, because here's the thing. She's probably going to talk about how small opportunities lead you to prepare for bigger opportunities later. The meeting, the presentation, the interview, the promotion, the difficult conversations. Again, leadership is built long before those moments arrive. So here's the fun fact, right? Roast Toasters fun fact before we get to our guest. Did you know that most people spend years developing technical skills for their career, but very little time intentionally developing communication and leadership skills? Yet those are often the skills that create the biggest opportunities. Our mission statement here at Roast Toasters or Toastmasters is to create a positive and encouraging environment experience where our members are empowered to develop communication skills and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth, guys. And so our guest speaker today, our guest member today is definitely that perfect example of someone who decided to grow before they felt ready. So joining us today is Mandy Rodriguez, a personal injury attorney in Athens, Texas, and owner of her own law firm. She joined Roast Toasters in July of 2024. And here's my favorite part. You ready? She admits she was so nervous about attending her first meeting that she actually bribed her daughter to come with her. That's right. She describes herself as a nervous, sweaty, and scared public speaker when she first started. Fast forward to today, Toastmasters has helped her increase her confidence as a trial attorney, and it's given her the skills that help her show up as a courtroom warrior. And maybe even more impressive, it's given her the confidence to step in front of a camera and create an educational content on social media, something she never had the courage to do before. And so today we're going to hear her story and discover what happens when someone chooses growth over fear. So let's go ahead and welcome Miss Mandy Rodriguez to the stage.
Hello. How are you?
Mandy, I'm excited to have you here with us this morning. I mean, we've been kind of watching you grow, watching you develop. Go ahead and just share a little bit more about your story. We kind of introduced you, who you are, what you do. But what's the thing that people don't know?
People don't know about me is that I'm super scared. I really wanted to be a trial lawyer. It's almost like I wanted to, jump out of airplanes, but I was afraid of heights. I was like, well, those two things don't go together, right? So I wanted to join Toastmasters. I'd looked at it online and looked at all the speakers, and I was too scared to go. And the truth is, I told my daughter, I was like, hey, look, if you'll just go with me, I'll buy your lunch and take you shopping. I mean, that sounds pitiful, but I was so scared to even walk in. And I remember my first meeting, I actually got called on for table topics. And I felt like I bombed it. I was so bad. I didn't want to come back. I was like, well, I can't be a trial lawyer now, right? And somebody in the meeting said something interesting. They said, just keep coming back. Nobody is a good speaker when they get here. No one is. But this is a safe place to practice. And so I came back, and I came back again, and I came back again. And, it didn't really just give me just confidence. It gave me, it's like I almost inspired myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just changing, believing in myself. I remember one of the first few meetings I went to, Johnny, you were giving a speech and you set up a tripod with your phone and you were doing a Facebook Live. And I thought, is he live? Is he posting right now? And my SEO guy has said, I need you to post videos. I was like, I'll never post videos. I'm not going to do it. And so it's funny because after you did that, I thought, I'm just going to start doing it. I'm just going to do it. And even on TikTok, which I don't know anything about, I think I have over 21,000 followers now. That surprised me just because, I think, I feel nervous on there and I feel unsure. And I think to myself, what if I just look terrible? What if nobody watches? But then what I never thought of is, what if everybody watches? What if I'm fantastic? What if I'm inspire other people? What if, just what if? So, I talked to you guys yesterday about the meetings, and I've been to different Toastmaster groups. And it's funny because this Toastmaster group, Roast Toasters, we laugh. We have such a good time in there. It's so fun. It's my favorite part of the week. It's my favorite hour of the week. Absolutely, hands down, my favorite part of the week.
Well, I'm excited. And you said so much in that little bit right there. We almost have to unpack that because if you go back and think about it, the quote that comes to mind is one that said that if it's worth doing poorly until you learn to do it well.
Very true.
Whatever you're great at right now, basket weaving, drawing, painting, whatever, you were once bad at it, but you kept doing it. And I loved what you said about you just kept showing up. And really, the truth of the matter is this, not just in Toastmasters, but in life. If you will just keep showing up.
Just keep doing it.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Right. Do what you fear the most, and the death of fear is certain. I can't remember who said that. I think it was Tom Hopkins or somebody. But it was one of those things. And truth be told, I love what you said. We laugh. We have a good time. I tell people all the time, fun is serious business. You can come hang out with us, have a good time. I call I was explaining to my wife a little bit yesterday, and I tell them the meeting is almost bookended by professional, and then in the middle, it's a whole lot of fun. Really, the whole thing is fun, but we start off with the speeches, right? We have the ending, which is the evaluation portion. I'm now calling it the halftime show. Table Topics is the halftime show. Table Topics is where you get to come and work on your improv skills. And so this Friday, go ahead and invite them to this Friday.
Yeah, I would like everybody to come this Friday. We're actually doing it at 11 o'clock. It's going to be at, is it called Rose City Comedy Club? Super fun. Actually, I'm going to be doing Table Topics this Friday, so I hope everybody comes. I actually do a little spinoff. So when I was in college, I'm gonna make a confession here. You have to take a speech class to graduate, right? Well, I kept taking it and dropping it, because I was so scared to get up and give a speech. I mean, I'm in college, I don't know. I was very insecure. So finally at the end, I had to take it, and I had a fantastic professor. And it's funny because one of the things she did is she had everybody get up and give a speech, something like, give me directions from Walmart to your house, but you got to do it in a really funny accent. Well, it made everybody laugh. And I still remember that. I mean, that's got to be, gosh, I graduated in the 90s from college. And I did one of my Table Topics on that. And I think it was probably one of the funniest Table Topics that we've done so far. I liked it, where I got everybody just to do an accent. That was super fun. I love Table Topics. I like to see people laugh. I like to see, just improv. It's so, that part is just super fun. It's probably my favorite role.
And you guys, yes, you watching right here live, you have a chance to be with us this Friday, 11 a.m., right there, Old Jacksonville Highway, Rose City Comedy. Where is it? Right there? There it is, right there. Rose City Comedy. Come hang out with us this Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Yeah.
Come, you're going to have an opportunity to be there. So here's the thing. If you've ever thought or if you've ever said to yourself, I need more confidence, I need to become a better speaker, I need to become a better leader, then again, we want to personally invite you to our first Friday Leadership Lunch and Learn. Again, Rose City Comedy, June 5th, this Friday, 11 to 12. And come and see what all the buzz is about. Come and see what we're talking about. No pressure, no experience required. I guess you do have to have a heartbeat, a little pulse. If you have a heartbeat, you have a pulse, you're breathing, you qualify. Come hang out with this Friday and just bring your curiosity and your willingness to grow, because leadership isn't something you're born with. It's something that you build, and we'd love to help you build it. Mandy, thank you so much for being here with us, hanging out. Again, sharing your story, sharing your experience. An attorney who was scared to speak. I mean, and now you're up there doing it. And you just recently won a case, a big case that you've been working on for a few years.
Yes.
And when we got the news, we were so excited for you.
Thank you. I could not have had the confidence to do that without Toastmasters. I owe it to you guys. Truly. Thank you.
So what are you working on? What project do you have that you need to get a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of motivation, a little bit of just a group of people that are willing to support you to come and visit and try it out in our group on our stage, instead of trying it out in real life? Because when you practice in real life, that gets expensive, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. So come hang out with us Friday. Mandy, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. Hey, we will see you guys Friday.
Yes. Bye. Thank you.